morning and welcome to a chip off the old block toys. I am Jeff. Today we are doing a kind of a, I don't want to call it a special live stream, but different. A few weeks ago, I think actually about a week ago, we did a F1 Formula One car marathon in which we built these three cars right here. This one's kind of hidden. And we've got 7 more up here in the boxes. In fact, let me switch cameras and I'll show you what we got here. No room for guesswork. Let's just show you. All right. Oh, it didn't switch. StreamYard might be having problems today. Hello, Miss Chip. And so we got this guy, and this guy built on the last live stream. I hope we get 3 more built today. I have no idea what's going to happen. And hello, Enzo, since you want to make an appearance. And we're just going to start off by opening one of these, and I'll tell you which one it is here in a second. Put these ones aside. We've got news of the weird for you. We got your mama jokes, got dad jokes. We got everything here. All right, so the first one that we're going to build is going to be this green guy right here. This one here is the Aston Martin Aramco F1 AMR 24. So, all right. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and set these other ones aside, get them out of the way. And like I said, this isn't a special stream. It's just a different stream, you know. I enjoy doing these little guys, but these little guys are not worth a video. Not a whole entire video. There's only 269 pieces on this one and 1 minifigure. So, I mean, the time-lapse build would be so short, it's not worth it for me to do a whole entire video on. So, that's why I chose just to put them together in a stream. Kind of the same thing with the Speed Champions. I've got about 7 or 8 Speed Champions, too, that need to be built right now. And so, we're going to go ahead and at some point start doing those in the same way we're doing these. Just do a marathon where we build a couple of them in one stream. That's just the way I want to do it. So anyway, enough talking. Let's get this going. Rex, I'm kind of disappointed with Lego this year because they went all in with F1, but that's such a niche interest in the US, yet making a Renaissance series of classic space and castles is a no-go. And I need to disconnect the power cord from my camera or else it's going to keep doing that. So the other piece of good news I have for you is I ordered a new cable for my laptop to the router. I ordered a 50-foot Cat 8. Yeah, 8, not 5, 8. The last time I knew there was Cat 5 was it. But boy, did I get schooled on that when I was looking. And it says, oh, bags 1 and 2. Okay, well, that makes sense. So let's get bag 2 out here then. So I have a Cat 5 cable coming from Amazon today. And so that should solve the interconnected, the problems I've been having with the stinking thing going bad during the stream. And believe me, the minute I get it, I'm throwing it on this laptop. I kind of like this. You know, before they had the standard visor size, and it was pretty much white. It was, I'm sorry, it was trans clear or trans black and sometimes blue. But now they're doing this built-in visor, and this one's green, and I like it. I think it's a nice touch to it. All right, so she does come with an extra hairpiece. I think a lot of women are jealous that she gets her own hairpiece, but anyway, a lot of bald guys like me. No, I'm just kidding, I'm not quite bald. Just getting there. Yeah, I decided against the comb over. I just cut my hair short. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not actually losing my hair. I got pictures of me in kindergarten, and I have the same hairline. So it's just I've always had a high hairline. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a good morning. Hey, John, how you doing? I've eased up a little bit on my no Wi-Fi perspective, though I still have Ethernet cable running from my router in living room along baseboards to my network switched in my office. I typically don't like Wi-Fi. I find that it's slower than when you're plugged in. That's my reasoning. I live out in the middle of nowhere, so I mean, I don't think there's really anybody interested in stealing part of my signal or anything. I mean, when I lived in the city, I was more concerned about secure connections, but out here, I mean, my driveway is like 300, 400 foot long. So, I mean, I'm pretty far back on the property. And John, how you doing? John says, what's up, folks? Sorry I'm late. I posted more video. Okay, well, I'll take a look at that. Last night, after I was done with our stream, I took apart a few Lego sets, and then I headed out to the shop. And I worked on the city. I worked on the beachfront. I filled it in all the way to the stream. That was about, I'd say about 40, 45 studs, which in normal speak, that's about a little more than 20 inches. And I need to do some more of that. I did order some parts last night, and I have to say I'm really happy with this seller. This seller, I woke up to a message this morning saying that he already shipped it with the tracking number. So that guy's right on it. Hopefully that means I'll get it on maybe Wednesday, Thursday. I don't need those pieces for this coming video. I was trying to plan ahead. So, and I also ordered some more LED lights last night. So we will have more LED lighting coming up in the city too. And that'll be mostly along the coastline. I've decided to kind of focus on one area and kind of, you know, just work my way over. This guy I ordered from had some more tiles. So I have some more tiles for the beach, the water. I don't have near enough, but he had something like 90 of them. So that's a good start. I want to do some signage for my, what do you call that? My surf shark shop. That's a mouthful. It's the one with the entrance with the shark they have to walk through to get there. It's great here. Not all sellers that quick. You know, you're right. They are not. I have had some that have really tested my patience because it's like, I don't know what they're thinking. Oh, goody, you gave me money. Now I can do whatever I want. It's like, no. It's a contract. It means, and it even says when you buy from Bricklink, this is a contract. And so it's like, okay, yeah. I entered a contract. I gave you money for merchandise. Now you need to ship it. And you can't just ship whatever you want. You have to ship what I ordered, what I paid for. But yeah, Bricklink's kind of a mess when it comes to that. And it's really sad because I see all kinds of sellers on there. I mean, I see really, really good ones like the one I just had. But then I have the one like the last order where, I shipped within 2 days and it took them a week. And then when I get it, it's got some non-Lego in there and it's got incomplete counts, like wrong counts. Like if I ordered 40, I got 38. And it's like, dude, I didn't ask to be abused, man. I freaking asked for some products I needed. Anyway, sorry, enough about that. So yes, it is very refreshing to have a seller that actually does what they're supposed to do. I didn't have to strong arm them either. So I am grateful for that. So what are your guys' plans for the weekend? I mean, obviously I'm going to tell you mine. I always do. Tomorrow's the monthly family dinner. And I'll be going to that. That's why I'm doing the live stream this morning. I was telling you guys it was kind of up in the air, but it's not up in the air anymore. I'm going. There's another family dinner the following Sunday. I am not going to that one. And that was a special one because we have I have a niece that lives in Arizona, and she's coming up with her husband and children. And the family thinks it's special. I don't. This is one of my. I have several nieces because I have a large family, but this particular niece, oh my gosh, everything's a tragedy, and she's got a bunch of made-up crises in her life, which causes drama. Like the time that she thought her husband wasn't paying enough attention to her, and while he was gone at work, she put his Xbox on Facebook Marketplace and sold it while he was working. And then she wondered why that didn't turn out too well for her. She's just that kind of person that creates a bunch of drama. And I won't get into particulars, but she created some drama with one of my daughters, and now this daughter of mine will not attend any of the family dinners because how bad it was. And my daughter's not being over dramatic about it. She said some stuff, and they got some accusations that were horrible. And so my daughter won't attend anymore. And there's a little bit more to it. This niece's sister was also there making the accusations. And that sister does live here. So if my daughter were to go to family dinner, she would see the sister who was participating in the nonsense. So anyway, I don't have any special feelings towards her. I think she's a jerk. So I won't be going to the next family dinner. And yeah, I guess every family has this little bit of drama, doesn't it? I agree. I'm sorry, I'm behind on. Rex says, I don't mind slow shipping if I'm at least given a heads up, like, sorry. Oh, no, I don't mind either. It's the lack of communication, especially when they put down on their terms, they have fast shipping, and then it ends up being really slow. That's kind of what bothered me. But, yeah, I mean, otherwise, I've had people tell me, oh, hey, I had one guy tell me that, hey, I had a chance to go see my kids, and they live in a different state, and I was kind of told at last minute, do you care if the order's a little slower? And I'm like, of course I don't care, dude. Go see your kids. I get that, but it's the ones who, like, don't get a hold of you, and they're just like, well, whatever. And it's like, no, it's not whatever. I need my pieces. I need my stuff. I just plan on going and get some tools and miscellaneous goods, then go do laundry. Spent all day sleeping. Okay, well, hey, there's nothing wrong with that. I took a nap yesterday, and I don't nap. I got to be honest. I've been doing so much live streaming that I don't really know what it's like not to live stream. I'm just kidding. In a way, I want to live stream tonight and finish up that castle. And in other ways, I'm like, no, just take a break. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't even know what I'm saying. I've had dinner with my friend. Oh, that's right. I remember that. She has had a long week, and I've been away. So this evening we're going out. Yeah, you got a good friend there, actually. Let's do bags 3 and 4. Rex says selling someone else's property without their knowledge is grounds for divorce. It's not something I can't say on YouTube. I can imagine what that is, and I would agree. Doing that with an Xbox constitutes grand theft, which is a felony. Yeah, she is one of those who just thinks that rules don't apply to her. Because, yeah. So, like I said, that situation, I once learned that sometimes the best way to win a game is not even to play the game. And with her, that's definitely true. The best way to win anything is just don't even participate. I do think it's funny. Accountability, is that delicious? Yes, it is delicious, and I wish there was more of it. She is, yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to be nice, but I'll just be honest, I have no warm feelings towards her. I really despise her because my daughter will not go to Money's dinners. And that really bothers me because I would love to see my daughter more often. I don't get to see her very often because she lives about 2.5 hours away. And these dinners are an hour and 20 minutes from me. So it's kind of the halfway point for both of us. And so I really wish that she would go because that's my one chance to see her once a month. But otherwise, I have to drive all the way 2.5 hours, or she has to drive 2.5 hours, and that doesn't happen that often. So it's kind of a bummer for me that I get kind of drug into it, even though I really don't have anything to do with any of it. So, Greg, how you doing this morning, buddy? And if I remember this right from last time, the majority of the pain on this was just doing the stickers. And I'm finding the same thing because let me look at the sticker sheet. All right, we'll see you later, Miss Chip. Have fun, Miss Coca-Cola. Okay. My goal is to stay awake during this live stream. And I'm just joking. I'm half joking with you. I've been discussing with my friend Brent a few wild ideas for the city. So I don't know if I'm going to do these wild ideas, but I'm looking at doing some signage for the jet ski store. And I was already going to have an octopus on there, but him and I have been throwing around a few ideas that are silly. And I just might do it. Greg said, I just got off work. Awesome, dude. It's always good. Okay, I'm not really sure how this works. Oh, there it goes. Okay. All right, that's kind of weird. Okay. So, news of the weird. Keep in mind, I have not read ahead, so I do not know what this says. So, as soon as I apply this sticker, I will let you in on it. Oh, we got a double sticker. Excuse me. Let me What sticker number is that? Number 6. Okay. Man, this is crazy. All these stickers. Oh, wait a minute. I thought I still grabbed the wrong direction. Okay, let's try this. All right, let's get to that news of the weird. What the heck? Sorry, I gotta take this apart. Something happened here, and I'm not really sure what. Okay, when I look at the directions, it looks like this. Oh my gosh, what the heck? Oh, still got it wrong. This sticker's gonna be no good. There we go. Man, oh man. Let's see. Since the lime green and purple aren't totally uncommon colors for Lego pieces, I'm considering making some Constructicons, just vehicle mode, not the robot modes, just so I have my town as. Oh, that would be cool, dude. I love the Constructicons. I loved how they made Devastator. The only thing I didn't like about the toy was that the head of Devastator was like separate. Like it popped on there. So it was like, okay, so who's carrying the head in real life? No, I'm just kidding. All right, I got one for you. And again, I haven't read ahead, so I'm not sure how lame or how good this is. So let's just get to it. All right. Dan Burton, owner of Urban Trapping Wildlife Control in Salinas, California, alerted officials of Monterey County and the California Department of Fish and Wildlife to a discovery he made by trapping wild pigs in early August. I didn't know they had wild pigs in California, unless we're talking about politicians, but I'm sorry, I didn't really say that because I don't like being that political on here, but okay. The Los Angeles Times reported that when Burton cut into one of the animals, he discovered that the flesh was, quote, off color. I'm not talking about just a little blue, he said. I'm talking about neon blue, blueberry blue. Fish and Wildlife official says the blue flesh is probably caused by exposure to a poison popularly used by farmers to control rats, mice, squirrels, and other rodents. They are warning trappers and hunters not to consume the blue flesh. And some of the poison traps have been pulled from the fields because pigs seeking them out. Well, why would pigs be seeking out poison? That is kind of weird. If you see neon blue inside of an animal, I would think they would got some gamma radiation or something. I'm just kidding. It's a reference to, well, you guys know who it's to. It's the Incredible Hulk. And see, I'm craving a big juicy steak. So am I. And in fact, I didn't wake up in time, but a lot of times I run over to the supermarket and see if they have anything that's, marked down, because I don't mind getting the stuff that expires today, because I'll just cook it today, so it doesn't bother me. All right, we got another one. And this one's much shorter than the first one. And this one is the Missouri Department of Health and Human Services is warning visitors of the Lake of the Ozarks about a rare brain-eating infection called the, oh my gosh, I cannot pronounce that. And it was reported on August the 13th. A man who had been water skiing in the lake is now being treated in intensive care at a Missouri hospital, official says. The infection enters the body through the nose and then travels to the brain and then, of course, starts eating it. That is disgusting. And I'm sorry to hear about that guy. I hope he pulls through. Man, anything that feasts off your brain has got to be just pure evil. That's gross. The Incredible Hulk. Yeah. I mean, these sets are only 200 something pieces, but they really are pretty intricate. I wouldn't say they're hard to build, but they're not easy to build. Kind of like a midpoint. They're mid, as they say. And I think yeah, I'm pretty sure I messed up that side. There you go. Okay. Yeah, I hope you guys are having a good Saturday. Hope you guys have a good weekend. And good morning, Ricky's Bricks. How you doing? How are things where you're at? I do not like doing the black on black stickers. I have a hard time seeing it because there's light, no light. It gets absorbed. Okay. This one's called Only 132 days until Christmas. So another News of the Weird. And this one, 3 Deutsch witches, German. 3 Deutsch post volunteers, or elves, you might call them, left St. Nicholas, Germany on August the 9th and started cycling towards Santa Claus Village in Finland. Really? Cycling. That's pretty far, actually. The Associated Press reported. The trio are carrying more than 30,000 letters and Christmas wishes that have been delivered to the German village and are expected to arrive in 2 weeks. The tradition dates back to 1967. Well, I guess my hat goes off to them. That is quite the feat. I mean, I don't know if you know how far the two are apart from each other, but Finland and Germany are nowhere close. So cycling is definitely, it's definitely an accomplishment. Well, I like seeing that the sticker sheet is getting whittled down to nothing. You can't not see that. Okay. Still closer than most places in the U.S. Yeah, the U.S. is no joke about how big it is. I remember a couple years ago, I drove back to Tennessee to pick up my son Spencer and move him here. And I remember I thought that when we got so far, I thought, oh, it's not going to be that bad. And then we drove through Tennessee, and I did not realize that Tennessee is just about as big as Nebraska. And I hate Nebraska. I don't hate the people of Nebraska. I just hate how big it is, like 430 miles across, man. It seems like it takes forever. Of course, Texas is bigger. People have joked with me that You can start off the morning in Texas, drive all day, and still be in Texas. All right, so this next news, the weird, is really weird. I'm not really sure. Well, hopefully they explain a little bit more, because from what I saw, it's not really that self-explanatory. In reference to what seems like an obvious enough policy, Starbucks Korea has posted signs in all of its shops across the country warning customers that they may no longer bring desktop computers and printers to locations to work. United Press International report on August 11th that Starbucks has also banned setting up large partitions and leaving valuables at a table for a long time. The targeted customers are known as, and I cannot pronounce that, which combines the Korean words for cafe, study, and tribe. Starbucks made the policy change after other customers complained about cafe squatters taking up too much space. Laptops will still be welcome. Okay, I didn't catch that it was desktops they were banning. And that does make sense. I mean, you don't want to, these people are going to buy one cup of coffee maybe, and they're staying in there all day setting up a desktop and a printer. That's a little bit much. Although I have seen that in Panera Bread here in the States, in the DC area. I used to live in the DC area, and I used to like to go to Panera for lunch. So I better quit talking about food. That's just going to make me hungry. I'll be honest. I love food. All right. Number 8. So, okay, I'm going to share with you guys what me and my friend Brent have been talking about. So, on top of the jet ski shop, okay, first of all, I'm sorry, for the jet ski shop, I have the surf shop, and it's got the shark mouth entrance. Well, across the way, I also have a jet ski shop, which is not built yet, but I am thinking about doing an octopus on top of the doorway. Well, the octopus enough is not enough for me. I actually want to do a little bit more to it. I've got a Doc Ock that is, why is that? Oh, because it's right. Oh, I took it off. I need to. I want to put a Doc Ock fighting the octopus because I have one left over from the Daily Bugle, and I like the one from the Daily Bugle best. And then in the fight, I want him to be kind of like he's called in backup, and to have the Sandman coming out of the sand to help assist him in the fight. Yes, I have some weird ideas on that, but I was thinking about doing it, and I don't know. What would you guys think about signage having Doc Ock, an octopus, and the Sandman all coming together to have a huge fight? I swear these Formula One cars have got more. I mean, like, I don't think they could fit another sticker for endorsement on here. Dang it. what sticker number is that? Number 5. I probably should get bifocals. I can barely see what's in front of me anymore. But I am like seeing the sticker sheet get a lot less stickers left on it, being using them up. And also yesterday, I watched a video on YouTube. I do like watching their channels, and they don't have to be Lego related. This one's not. It's a guy who lives in this area, and he has a channel that's called like Off-Roading 801, which is the area code for the phones here, or it used to be. Now they've got a couple of them. Anyway, he likes to do like out of the way places, and he did a one about, it was something like to the effect of weird Salt Lake or weird places in Salt Lake, and he actually taught me a few things yesterday. I didn't know that Salt Lake had a international peace garden. There's only 2 of them in the U.S., and Salt Lake has one of them. It's basically where people from different countries can build something free at their own. It's at their own expense. They don't, but they build something on the property to represent their country. And there's something like 50-something different countries represented there now. And I like the Japanese one. That was pretty cool. Okay, I don't see this piece. Oh, there it is. Hey, Garvett, how's it going? Thanks for joining us today. There was another weird spot also in Salt Lake that he showed us, and it was oh gosh, I don't remember the guy's name. It was supposed to be some grave of some famous dude, and there's a legend that if you walk around it 3 times saying his name, that his eyes appear. And it is just some folklore kind of crap. And the YouTuber did it. He said his name, walked around 3 times, and nothing happened. Are you surprised? I'm not. Cool. Hey, Garvett, are you... I might be getting you mixed up with somebody else. But are you from South Korea? I think if and I could be wrong, but we do have someone that watches on a regular basis from South Korea, and I thought it was you, but if I'm wrong, I apologize. Anyways, the reason I even mention it is because my wife served a year in the U.S. Army in South Korea, and I thought that was you. You're from India. Okay. Sorry, Garvett. I was thinking about somebody else then. But anyway, regardless, how is your morning going? And yeah, we just said India as if it was a small place, as if, yeah, everyone knows where that's at. I know India is huge. I actually have had a few coworkers from India, and, you know, in no means am I trying to be offensive here, but I did think it was pretty cool. I was talking to Suresh. He was one of my coworkers, and real nice guy, by the way. Really liked working with him. Really helpful. Anyway, we were talking one day, and it was back when I was getting Enzo. And the reason I got Enzo was that Enzo, my sister got him as a rescue, and he kept attacking her goats. And Suresh, when I said the goats, he lit up, and he's like, "Oh, where I'm from, we love goat. We like goat cheese, goat milk." And he was like naming all these goat products, and I'm like, wow, didn't know. But then I asked my sister, I said, why do you have the goats? She said the cheese, the milk. And I was like, oh, okay. So I get it. It's well liked. You change your pick in your name. Okay. Well, that's cool. No, I just wondered because I try to remember these little details that people tell me. And I try to make this live stream a little more personable because, I mean, I've been on live streams where the streamer doesn't read any comments, and I don't like that. So I try to make it more personal by reading comments and remembering details about people. Yeah, Enzo, my sister picked him up from a rescue, and she only had him for about 2 weeks before she called me, and she says, I can't have him anymore. And she said, I don't want to send him back. I was like, why? And she said, well, he tried to kill my goat twice. Well, she has 3 goats, but yeah, he tried to kill the goat twice. So I didn't really want him because I wasn't in the market for a dog. But she's like, I'm going to have to send him back to that shelter if I can't find somebody. And I felt bad for him. And I didn't know him all that well because she didn't have him very long, but I did kind of know him. So I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'll take him. And to this day, he sits right there in the same spot right behind me. Changed my name again. Okay. Garvit X7 Swordsman. And John, back from the walk. All right, John. What's it like out there? Is it hot and muggy yet, or is it okay? What's the temperature like? Well, we've got one Formula One almost done. I know we're going to do a second. Not sure about a third. We'll just see how it goes. But I do like this. This is, in my opinion, this is pretty cool. All right, so that gets turned around. Okay. Mr. John, it rained earlier. Okay. Wet and rainy. There are many goats with people with 200 or more goats block the roads. Okay. Well, no, I mean, I think it's cool. I mean, I certainly like my chicken. I've got 8 chickens in the backyard, and that's kind of the lowest amount of chickens I've ever had, actually. There was a time that I had 20-something. And, chickens are very, they have a high mortality rate. And so I end up with just 17. And then they quit laying, and I got rid of them. If you catch my drift. But I like my chickens. I thought about getting some goats too, but I don't know. I guess I just haven't made the commitment because I don't have the time to do it. Okay, it's the fatter tires. Okay. Mrs. Chip Chip is watching. I think she is. Mrs. Chip Chip likes her chickens too, though. She had a different upbringing than I did. I grew up in the city. She did not. She grew up out in the country, actually, not too far from here. She grew up in Pocatello, which is only about an hour from here. She still has family there, and I have family about an hour south, so that's why we chose this spot. Okay, let's So this one joins the lineup. We still have 6 more cars to choose from. So let's, oh. This guy's missing his hairpiece. I wonder where that went. All right. Well, let's go ahead and let's open up another box and let's do one more at least. I don't know. I'm gonna have to do something with all these Formula One racers because I don't want to have sets just to have sets. I want them all in my city, so that means I'm probably gonna have to make a little racetrack. And Revy, okay, changed his name again. He says he likes cats. I do too. I've got well, I did have 7, but 1 passed. So I've got 6 cats, only 1 indoor. The rest are outdoor mouse catchers. Just do a segment with the grandstands and the finish line and cars starting position. Okay. Yeah, take up a lot less space. That's a good idea, John. Thanks. They are nomads. Did I miss something? Oh, no. You'll probably need to build a smaller cars for them to be city scale. Bricked It Up is a master of city scale vehicle designs, and he has both a YouTube channel and a rebrickable account. Okay, I'll take that. I'll take a look at that. I appreciate that information. I like that. Brick It Up. We need to make a channel though called All Bricked Up, as if they're messed up, as if they're on something. If you know what I mean. All right, we're starting car number 2, and it might just be. In this case, the cars are about the size of a building. Yeah, they really are. And Formula One cars are not that big in real life. Correct. Okay, so for once, this one's different than the rest of them. Do I watch anime? I don't. One of my daughters does, Jessica, and something I'm familiar with what it is. And she goes to Comic-Con and all those other cosplay type places. My daughter is a blonde, so she likes to dress up as Harley Quinn. I cannot see this. The gloss is too much. There it goes. Well, there's just as many stickers as there were on the last one, so we're going to have a fun time with stickering. Okay. I've got another News of the Weird. This one, I don't know. This one should be more called News of the Lane because it's basically people complaining over just about nothing. Well, I don't know. I think I'd have a problem with it too. But it's called Crime Report. And it says, everyone should be trying to move to East Greenbush, New York, where police have been busy chasing down the community's hardened criminals. Officers have received multiple reports of juveniles playing ding-dong ditch during overnight hours, they said. They called such abhorrent behavior disruptive and a violation of state law. Police said if kids are caught, their antics could lead to charges of harassment, trespassing, disorderly conduct. Yeah, somehow I doubt anything's going to be done at all. Somehow it doesn't seem like the cops really do much anymore. And it's mostly because their hands are tied. Someone gets arrested and they get let out in their own recognizance like 10 minutes later. So not really sure how effective policing is anymore because these rule changes. So I do not know the Seven Swordsmen, other than I thought there was the Seven Primes in what do you call that? Transformers, and I don't think that's the same. I do not think that's the same. So why don't you tell us about the Seven Swordsmen? Because I have no idea. And I'm always I am one for learning more. Oh, hello, Italian Gaming. It's been a minute. How you been? How's your week been? I think the last time I saw you was last weekend. So how are you? Our first sticker. Italian Gaming must have known that I was doing Formula One cars. I did finish the Italian Riviera this week, and I did a review video on it that's coming out tomorrow. And actually, I forgot. I didn't give you guys the lineup. It's probably because I don't even know what it's going to be. Oh, well, I know on Monday, we're going to start building Soundwave, the Decepticon. And that's going to be on the morning stream. We still have one more stream for the Neuschwanstein Castle. And I just messed that up. That's always a mouthful. I've never been able to say that. No matter how many times I've heard a German say it or an American say it, it doesn't help me. I cannot say that name of that castle. Okay, wrong way. Okay, it goes. Are the coolest gang. Okay, the Seven Swordsmen were like the coolest gang. Okay, I haven't heard of them, but you can always look them up after the stream. Or if you want to give us a little information on it, either way. Wow, we've got how many cars? 10 of these cars total? Dang. Sorry, I can't do stickers and talk at the same time. I'm extremely challenged in that area. I love how they use the gaming console as the steering wheel. I don't know how real that is. I'm not that familiar with Formula One. Maybe it's dead accurate. I don't even know it. Well, there's 14 plus guys and a girl in total who we all wield a total of 7 different swords. Is it 7 different swords among the whole group, or 7 swords per person? Okay, so here's something weird. Bunch of stickers, but yet this right here is not a sticker. It's actually printed on there. And I say that, and then we go right to stickers. So let's see. 31 and 34. So 31 is here. I need to wake up early one of these days and cut my grass. It's awful. I actually haven't cut my grass in over a month. It hasn't really grown that much because we're actually in one of the driest summers ever we had in, like, I think they said 100 years. So our weather has been extremely dry, although we've had some humid days. Really haven't had a whole lot. Sorry, I'm yawning like crazy. Okay, so we're done with bags 1 and 2. Did I order the Spider-Man across the Spider? No, I have not. Is that out right now? Yeah, Lego kind of got a little bit unnerved by them because I ordered this huge order that I'm doing right now, that we're building, all these things I've done. And then they decide a week after that to do double points. Oh, September 1st. I'll have to take a look at that because I didn't see that. Yeah, I saw the Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory. It's coming out the 18th. Let's take a look at that. Trying to see if I can find what you were talking about there. Okay, I have those cars. The jack-o'-lantern pickup truck. Okay, that's a little out there. I do like the Shelby Cobra, but I'm not going to get it. Let's see. The Republic Juggernaut. That looks cheap. I hate what they're doing with Star Wars. It's really disheartening. I'm sorry. I should probably keep building while doing that. Yeah, this tank they did too is smaller. The Republic MTT, Separatist MTT, because I have the original one, and the original one's bigger and better. That one only holds like 4 droids. Yeah, it only holds 4 droids. The one I had held 16 droids. It's pretty cool. They were passed to a total of 14 if people got passed down. Oh, okay. So you can say a total. Okay. All right. That makes sense. Jango Fett Starship is puny. I do not like these new Star Wars ones. They're just butchering it. Sorry, I don't mean to complain, but there's cool and then there's that. Oh, I like the Sonic the Hedgehog little bus thing. The Team Sonic command truck, that actually looks pretty cool. I like the little fox. That's cool. And then you got Party at Toad's house. I'm just taking a look over here. I don't see that. Let me try to see if I can filter for it. So let's try coming soon and pre-order and see if it comes up. We've got the advent calendars. I leave for a minute and someone takes my number 3 crown. I don't know how that works. How does that work? I don't even know. Things apartment. Oh, that's funny. That's going for $89.99 coming out soon, but I'm not getting it. I don't see the I don't see that set in there. Maybe they haven't put it on there yet. That Spider-Man one. And it's funny, we got more printed pieces, which and you know, I've actually wondered that Garvit or Revy is I have gone into chats on live streams to people I hardly ever visit, and it says I'm number 1 with the crown, and I'm like, how did I get to be number 1? What did I do? And then same thing. I don't say much during the stream, and then by the end of the stream, I'm like number 2 or 3. I don't know. I don't know how. I don't understand that system. There we go. This gloss is so hard to see. I do like how this car is built differently than the rest, because I was kind of getting fatigued from doing the same like type of car, just different stickers over and over. This one's actually different than the rest in many ways. Number 20. So it's the Cash App car. I don't know. We've built one. We're on the second one for today, and then I've got 5 more sitting in the wings. I'm kind of thinking about just this one, because honestly, I'm already tired. Last night was a strange night sleeping. I had several dreams last night that woke me up, but yet this morning I remember none of them. And in a previous video, we built 3, so this will be number 5 out of 10. Just to answer your question, Ricky. I'm sorry, I kind of got sidetracked there. The stickers are disappearing, which means we're making progress. But I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of all these stickers. I gotta go. Okay, well, thanks for being here. I appreciate that. But I'm sorry I'm not more conversational today. I really am tired, and I think I am gonna go back to bed as soon as I'm done with this stream. Oh, I love the Asylum. I pre-ordered that, so we will be building that on the channel. I love the gel cells. I have the original Arkham Asylum from, I don't know, 20 years ago. So I'm definitely going to build that side by side. And when I do my review, I thought they have come out with different ones, different versions over the years. I only have the first one. And then, of course, this new one that's coming out, I ordered it. So this front is the same as the other ones, but this body part is more bulky. You can already see it. You can see the difference already. Again, the gloss from these lights is making it really hard to see. And then these black on black stickers make it even worse. Maybe I need to go with softer lighting. And I agree with what you said, Rex, earlier. This is kind of a niche market because there really aren't a whole lot of people in the U.S. that follow Formula One. I used to watch it as a kid, but not like religiously. And we used to have a board game called Formula One. I do remember that. Okay, so now we got these guys. They've got Hugo all over this car. And I'm going to sound stupid for saying this, but I don't even know what Hugo stands for. Like, what company is that? What do they make? Why do we care? In other words, I have no idea. You got to let me know. Maybe you guys don't care. Maybe you're like me and we're just like, whatever, it's a sticker. I love how they did the Technic pin through this to make that happen. It also holds the tires too. That's pretty cool. Okay, so we're done with that. So we can get bags 5 and 6, the last 2 bags out for this. All right. Well, we still have about 12 stickers sitting up here, so we got to use them up. I'm not sure quite how yet. Oh, I spoke too soon. Turn to the page, and there you go. Ask, and ye shall receive. Well, we just used up 4 of those stickers. And it looks like I've got 8 left. Now it's just starting to look like a Formula One car. Look at that. Oh, I'm sorry, Hoarder. I didn't even see you. Hope you're still here. Hi, Hoarder. Revy says he's tired. Yeah, I'm too. I am very tired. Okay. Stupid joke. Coming right up. Let's see. I tried to start a professional hide and go seek team, but it didn't work out. It turns out good players are hard to find. You're garbage. I know you're garbage. I guess I thought you were trying to be known for another name, so I was trying to play along. But if you want to be called garbage, you are garbage. I'm gonna call you Revy. Okay. All right. All right. See you later, Garbit Revy. You know, what would it be like to be a Formula One driver or even a NASCAR driver? Like, I'm sure the thrill, the speed on the track is awesome, but what happens if they get stuck in a 35-mile-an-hour zone when they're just out driving? That's got to suck beyond belief because they're used to going almost 200 miles an hour, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh no, you only can go 35. I think I would have a problem with that. I don't know how would I handle that. Go watch the movie F1. Okay. Well, I could go watch that. They talk about that, John? I just think it'd be intolerable to be able to go so fast on the racetrack, and then you've got all these speed limits and stuff. That'd be kind of crazy. Because when I came back from Germany, driving on the Autobahn and then coming back to the States was a little different. Because, I mean, it was like, I remember a few times thinking, man, this road conditions, I can go fat. No, I can't. Because Germany, you can drive on the Autobahn where there's no speed limits as fast as you want, but your tires have to be rated for the speed and the conditions have to be okay to do that. And so when I came back to the States after living in Germany and driving there for 3 years, I remember there was quite a few times that I was like, especially when I first came back, it doesn't happen anymore. I used to think to myself, man, this road traffic's light, weather's dry, and I'd want to go faster. Okay. So this is what we've got. We've got another Formula One car in the bag, or out of the bag. And we've got, I'll show you the lineup here. We've got this guy, this guy, this guy, but here's the thing. We still have 5 more that can be built, but that will be for another day because I'm tired and I am barely able to even speak to you guys, and that's just because of how tired I am, and that's my issue. So I'm going to take care of that issue by taking a nap. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I hope the rest of your weekend goes well. I'm still up in the air whether I'm going to live stream tomorrow morning or not, but we will see how that goes. All right, you guys have a great afternoon, evening, whatever it is you are at. Be good to each other. Stay safe out there, and I'll catch you on the next one.